Hello folks, this is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball guessing game. I'm picking my numbers to the drawing on February 20th, 2023. If you'd like to support my game, Decoding the Powerball, then please go to my Patreon page at www.patreon.com/Decoding the Powerball. Thank you and please subscribe. Okay, so if you've never seen my videos before, the object of my game is for you to correctly eliminate groups of numbers. There are 69 white ball numbers in the Powerball lottery. Only 5 numbers can come up as winners, so that means 64 numbers can't come up at all. So for me, I think it should be easier to pick the numbers that won't be coming up than the 5 that actually do. Okay, in this video I'll be updating and making my picks. Okay, so what you're looking at here is what I call the game card. This is a format that I came up with where I eliminate the numbers here and try to get it down to the 5 correct winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so you can see that I have a bunch of colors, so I got 5 colors, and that represents each of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so you can see that this is game card for 2/18/23, so I need to update it to the 20th. And what I'm going to do is go to the Powerball homepage to find out what were the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. And there are the 8, 21, 31, 32, and 37. The Powerball number was the 23, but right now I'm only concerned about these 5 white winners here. Okay, so I have them right here, the 5 white winning Powerball numbers, and it was the 8, 21, 31, 32, 37. And now I'm going to put some colors to it like I did here in the past. Okay, so I'm going to get the colors off of the game card. So I'm going to go with the 8 is orange. The 21 is purple. The 31, 32, and 37 are all red. So again, the 8 was orange. The 21 was purple. And the 31, 32, 37 were all red. Okay, so that gives me 3 colors total. So I kept track of 212 color code drawings so far, and now a 3 color combination has now come up 100 times. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to eliminate all these colors off of my game card and start from scratch. Okay, so my color code is right here. Here's the red numbers, the orange, green, blue, and whatever's left over is purple. So I'm going to transfer these 15 numbers here in the red area over to the game card as red numbers. So again, it was the 8, the 21, the 31, 32, 37. The next line down is the 31, 32, 54, 60, 63. And the last line was the 17, 26, 37, which is already taken, the 61, and the 65. So again, I'm going to make those red, and now I'm going to count how many I have on my game card. So over here I got 3 and 2 are 5, 1 6, 2 are 8, 2 are 10, and 2 more are 12. So I got 12 red numbers. And now I'm going to move on to the orange. We're going to do these 20 numbers and transfer them over to the game card as orange numbers. So again, it was the 10, the 23, the 30, 54 is already taken, the 65 is taken, so the 52, 58, 59, 64, and 66. The next line down is the 5, the 11, the 22, 23 is already taken, and the 69. And the last line is the 2, the 8's already taken, so the 15, the 19, and the 58's already taken. So again, I'm going to make these orange, and I'm going to count how many I have. So I got 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15 orange numbers. Okay, so now I'll move on to the green area, and then the blue, and then the purple, but I already did this, so I'm just going to copy and paste. Okay, so it turned out that I had 12 red numbers, 15 orange, 15 green, 16 blue, and 11 purple numbers. Okay, so the reason why I do this with this color code here is I wanted a good representation of each color. Okay, so when you have 69 numbers, I divided it into 5, and that comes out to 13.8. Okay, so I'm looking for at least double digits for each color per number, for numbers. Okay, so as you can see, the lowest one here is purple. It has 11, still double digits. And I find that this gives me consistent double digit numbers like this, results like this. Okay, and why that's important is because when you have consistency, then things can get predictable. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to correctly predict what color will not be coming up. Okay, so out of 212 drawings, you can see that all 5 colors came up 16 times. Okay, so it comes up, but it's very rare. Okay, the majority of the time is a 3-color combination, like what happened this last time. So I look at it as, okay, if 3 colors come up, then that means 2 colors are not coming up. And that's what I want to focus on here. I want to try to correctly guess what color will not be coming up. Okay, so what's going to help me out here is if I could correctly guess what the majority will be as far as odd numbers and even numbers. So you can see that even numbers have been coming up a lot lately for the majority, and I'm going to say that this next one, I believe the majority will be odd numbers. Okay, so I want to find the color that has the most even numbers to it and get rid of it. Okay, so we'll start with the red. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 even numbers out of 12, so that's not good. Orange, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's barely over the majority. We'll go with green. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of 15. That's pretty good. And then I got the blue. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as well. And then for purple, I got 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Okay, so I think the best ratio is the green. 9 out of 15 are even numbers. And as I look at the past here, you can see a green number has been coming up fairly often. You can see that right here, there's no green numbers. But then the green starts right back in again. Then I went on a long streak. Then finally, here's one with no green numbers. Here's another one. And finally, here's 2 of them with no green numbers. Okay, so it's been a while since there was no green numbers in 2 drawings. So you can see there was no green numbers here, and I'm going to say there's going to be no green numbers in this next drawing as well. So I'm going to go with no green numbers, so I'm going to block out these green numbers, and hopefully these green numbers do not come up. Okay, so again, when I block out numbers like this means that I'm not even going to consider these numbers when I'm picking what I think would be the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so can a green number come up? Absolutely it can. Okay, so this is where the betting comes in. I'm going to spend $3 on a Powerball ticket, which includes the power play. So in other words, I'm betting $3 that none of these green numbers will come up. Okay, so what happens if a green number does come up? That means I am not going to win the Powerball lottery. Okay, because I eliminated those green numbers. Okay, so moving on to the next strategy called the individual numbers. Here they are right here, the 8, 21, 31, 32, 37. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this 8 until I find the 8 right here. And now I'm going to mark this square orange. I'm marking it orange because the 8 is orange. Okay, so what I did here is I divided these 69 numbers into 7 different groups. Okay, so this is group number 1, where it has the numbers of 1 through 9. Of course, this is the only group with 9 numbers, where all the other 6 have 10 numbers for 69 numbers. And how I use this is I look for a color that hasn't come up in a while. Okay, so I got red, orange, green, blue, and purple. I got all the 5 colors pretty close to the top, which is really no help. So I got here in the 10 through 19 numbers, I got red, orange, green, blue, purple as well. In the 20s, I got red, orange, green, blue, purple. They're all pretty close. Red, orange, well, green's down here a little bit, but blue and purple. Here in the 40s, I got red, orange, green, blue, purple. They're all right there. The 50s, I got red, orange. Well, I don't have a green for a little while, so this is what I look for. Okay, a green number hasn't come up in the 50s in like 5, 10, 15, 20 something drawings. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at the game card to see if there's any green numbers there. And the last one, the 60. Red, orange, green, blue, purple, they're all right here. So that's really no help. Okay, so another thing that I look for is, again, there's 7 of these groups, and there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. So I try to correctly guess which one of these groups will not have the winning Powerball number to it. Okay, the one that stands out to me the most is this 30 numbers right here. Okay, so what I've done is I break this down into 5 drawings. The square is good for 5 drawings. And I did that because it's just easier to count going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so forth, okay? But what I found out by looking at this, the average is like 4 hits per 5 drawings. Like this square right here has 4 hits. You can see that this one has 5. And I'm looking at this 30s, and it already has 5 hits to it. Okay, so my prediction is going to be that there's no 30 numbers going to come up in this drawing. Okay, so I'm going to blow this back up. I'm going to go back to the game card. And I'm going to eliminate the 30 numbers off of the game card. Okay, so here's the 30, 31 through 34, 35, 37, and the 39 I'll get rid of. And again, hopefully those numbers do not come up. Okay, so I wanted to look in the 50s for a green number. And you can see that there's no green here, but for orange I got the 52, 58, 59. Okay, so here's the 52, 58, 59. So it's not going to be due to go in the green until another 2 more drawings if none of these 3 numbers come up. Okay, so moving on to the next strategy. This is where my groups come in. Okay, this is group 4. Basically, I call it group 4 because I divided it into 4 different color groups. And I'm going to update this here. Okay, so the 8 was in red. So I'm going to put 1 here in the red. That represents the 8. Then it was the 21, 31, 32. So I got 3 in the blue. And then I have the 37 in orange. That means I had no winning Powerball numbers in the green area. Okay, so it hit 3 out of the 4 color groups. And the majority of the numbers are over here to the left side, so I'm going to color this 3 red. If the majority was over here to the right side, I would color that 3 green. Okay, so that just gives me some separation so I can look at this and say, okay, it's been awful green over here. When's the majority of the numbers going to switch over to the left side? And I can start putting red. Okay, so again, the strategy is try to correctly guess where a 0 is going to come up. Now, if I could have correctly guessed that none of these green numbers were going to come up, I could have eliminated all those green numbers off of my game card and gave myself a much better chance at picking some numbers to give me some kind of win in this Powerball lottery. Okay, so I have 7 of these option cards, and I'm going to go through them and see if I can't predict where the 0 is going to be. Okay, so this is option card number 2. What I look for is something like this, where it's been like really hot, and finally it had a 0 to it. Okay, so I see a bunch of blue here. What does that mean? If there's 2 zeros to it, I color a light blue, and if there's 3 zeros, I color it a dark blue. Over here, if there's 2 hits and a 0, I color it a light red, and if there's 3 hits, I color it a dark red. Okay, so 3 hits come up a lot, so I made a column for that, and you can see that there's usually at least one of them. So I got 1, 2 opportunities for a 3 here. And like I said, there's usually at least one. So which one is it going to be? So if I go with orange, what I'm saying is that one of these orange numbers will be coming up in the drawing tonight. Okay, so I'm moving on. Okay, with this you can see that some of these blue marks, they double up. It doesn't happen very often, but here I'm looking at this blue. Well, this is going to double up right here. There's already 2 zeros. Okay, and not really seeing anything that's really sticking out. And I look at this and I see lots of red. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a green number right here. Okay, so I looked at that orange and I said that it was this column here. So if I like this green as well, then I'm really starting to pinpoint here that 23, 24, 31, 32, 39, 40, 48, 49. I'm thinking that one of these 8 numbers are going to come up in the drawing tonight. Okay, I'm still looking for the 0. I want to reduce the numbers here. And unfortunately, I really didn't see anything here. So I'm going to move on to the next one, which is group 6. Okay, so again, I call it group 6 because I divided it into 6 different color groups. And what that means is I know that there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers, so I know that one of these color groups cannot have a winning Powerball number to it. You can see there's been lots of green over here. So I'm thinking that this next number is going to be red, which means the majority of the numbers will be coming up over here if my guess is correct. Certainly like the orange. There's that 32 and 48. Okay, so over here to the far right, I got triple hits and triple zeros. So I only got one opportunity for a triple zero. Certainly triple zeros don't come up as much as triple hits. So I got the orange and I got the green for an opportunity for a triple hit. And I do kind of like that orange. Okay, so I'm not going to pick a zero. I'm moving on to the next one. I have no triple zero opportunities here. I got 1, 2, 3 for a triple hit. Kind of liking this orange as well. You see over here the majority has been green. And moving on. Alright, the one that sticks out to me the most right here is this purple. Kind of think that this is going to be a zero right here to make this blue. So I'm going to go with this purple. I'm going to get rid of the 35 to the 65 and then the square right here off of my game card. So I'll get rid of the 56, 65, then the 57, 58, 66, 67. And again, hopefully those numbers do not come up. Okay, so moving on. Have a big streak of zeros over here, and I do have one triple zero opportunity. I think it's due to come up. It's been an awful lot of zeros, so I'm going to go with this blue. Hopefully it'll be a triple zero. Okay, so the reason why I marked this with a blue spot here is when I go to update it, I can say, okay, I got this correct. None of these blue numbers came up, or I got it wrong and one of these blue numbers did come up. So I'm going to get rid of the 2, 3, 12, 5, 6, 7. So I'll get rid of the 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Then I get rid of the 38, 47, and then the 57 to the 68. So I'll get rid of the 68. And again, hopefully that number does not come up. Okay, so moving on. Okay, I got 7 of these option cards. So this is number 5. Here I got 3 of these triple zero opportunities. Again, a big bunch of zeros here. It's been awful red. And I'm thinking that this number is going to be green, which I believe that the majority of the numbers will be over here on this side. Which means I'm going to go with this blue over here to have a 000. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the 1120, the 1415. So I'll get rid of the 11 and the 15. And then I'll get rid of the 5362 and then the 3951. So I'll get rid of the 5362 and the 51. And again, hopefully those numbers do not come up. Okay, so moving on. Kind of like this purple. See, this is awful green over here. I'm thinking that this is going to be a red number. I don't like this one, so I'm just going to move on to the next one. Again, I like this green and the yellow. Big streak of zeros over here on the 000, so this purple may be having a 0 to it as well. Alright, I'm going to leave this one alone. I'm going to move on to group 8. Okay, so here again I broke things down into 8 different color groups. Alright, so we look at group 4 different color groups. You know, if I get one of these correct and I correctly guess where the 0 is going to be, then I can eliminate up to 17 numbers. With this, I get group 6, I get rid of 5, 9, 10, 11 numbers. And with group 8, I get rid of 8 numbers, sometimes 9. And then I have a group 10, where I get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. Okay, so again, the strategy is if I could get one of these correct, I'm going to knock out less numbers, but I have a better chance of picking correctly. Because I got 8 different color groups and only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so looking at this, the 000s come up a lot more than the triple hits. This green one could be a triple hit over here. The 27 to the 34. Still got the 28 and 29 here. Okay, I have 2 000 opportunities, the blue and the yellow. And I believe I'm going to go with the blue. So I will get rid of the 10 through to 17. So I'll get rid of the 10, 13, 16, 17. And again, hopefully those numbers do not come up. Okay, so for 000s, I got the red, green, and turquoise. See, a 000 hasn't come up in a while, all the way down since here. So I like that. I'm going to go with this green. And I'm going to get rid of the 4 down to the 65. So I'll get rid of the 22, and hopefully that number does not come up. Okay, so moving on. Number 3 out of 9. Kind of like this red over here. Wicked hot. I got the orange for a 000, and I got the turquoise. Looking at this, it's been awful red over here. I think that this is going to be a green number. That means if I'm correct, the majority of the numbers will be on this side. Which means I'll go with this orange for a 000. And I'll get rid of the 1, 11, 5, 15, 35, 45, 39, 49. So I'll get rid of the 45. And the 52. Okay, so moving on. Option card number 4. I got 2 000 opportunities, the purple and the yellow. Okay, one thing I noticed about this purple, it's never doubled up like over here. And I'm going to say that this is due to double up. I think the 0 is going to be right here. Now I'll get rid of these purple numbers, okay? The 1, 3, 11, 13. All those are gone. The 39, 49, 41, 51, 43. So I'll get rid of the 41. And again, hopefully that number does not come up. Okay, so moving on. Option card number 5. I got 2 000 opportunities, the turquoise and the pink. really don't like this one. I'm not seeing anything. So I'm going to move on to number 6. Here I got the green, pink, and yellow. Then off a green over here, so I'm gonna go with the pink. Hopefully that will be a 000. And I'm gonna go with the 40, 48, 58, 66. And then the 55, 64. And hopefully those 3 numbers do not come up. Okay, so moving on to 7. Now you can see with this, again, I have 8 different color groups, only 5 white winning Powerball numbers, but still, I know that there's going to be 3 of these that cannot have a winning Powerball number, but I'd just like to pick at one. I figure if I could get one of these correct, going for 2, the odds are going to go way, way up that I'm probably going to get it wrong. Okay, over here I see a lot of red. Thinking that this number is going to be green. So I got the red, blue, and green for 000. But there hasn't been a 000 in the turquoise until way down here. So I'm going to go with the turquoise. Another reason why I like this turquoise is because it represents all even numbers. And I think more odd numbers are going to come up than even. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the 10, 22, 36, 40, 38, 44, 46, and 56. I think I said the 44. Then the 42, 48, 60, 66. Get rid of the 42 and the 60. And again, hopefully those numbers do not come up. Alright, moving on to number 8. See lots of green. I have a feeling that this is going to be a red number right here. So I'm going to move on. Number 9. Have a bunch of single zeros here. Thinking it may double up like right here. Although I do like the turquoise because it has all even numbers, so I'm going to go with that. I think it's going to be a 000. So I'll get rid of the 2, 12, 20, 6, 16, 24. I'll get rid of the 24. Then the 40, 50, 58. I'll get rid of the 50. Okay, so I'm getting down there. I got 4, 8, 10, down to 13 numbers. So if I made the correct picks, then the 5 correct winning Powerball numbers still be here on my game card as a highlighted number. Okay, so moving on to group 10. Again, I divided things into 10 different color groups. And again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. One thing that kind of stands out is this green. Maybe it's due for a hit. There's the 21 is in there. Okay, so you can see with the triple zeros, there's usually either 1 or 2. Only been 1 0 here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities. One that sticks out the most is this light blue. Hasn't been a triple zero in a while. Alright, I'm going to go with the light blue. So I'm going to get rid of the 38, 39, 51, 59, 67, and the 15, 17. So I'll get rid of the 59. And again, hopefully that number does not come up. Okay, so moving on. This turquoise hasn't been a triple zero in a while. I'll go with that. $2.22, $15.26, $36.56, and the 52. So I'll get rid of the 26. It's one more number off of my game card. So here I got the blue for a triple zero. Yellow, I haven't seen a triple zero in the yellow in a long time. So I'm going to go with this one. Okay, 2624. All gone. Then I got the 38, 40, 56, 66. I'm pretty sure those are all gone. Yep. Okay, so I ran out of groups here, so now I'm going to go to Powerball number 2. You can see with this one how I have no numbers at the top here. Okay, and then I have Powerball number 3, where you can see I have one number on the top. Okay, so I have them staggered like this. So when I update this, I'm always going to have at least one of these with 2 numbers at the top. Okay, and this is the easiest, in my opinion, the easiest way to pick correctly. So I'm going to look at this and I'm going to try to pick where our 000 is going to be. I got one in the blue, the green, yellow, pink, brown, and light blue. And the oldest is this blue over here. It's never had a 000 to it, so hopefully it's due. And I'm going to get rid of the 5, 7, 9, 15, 17, 35, 65. And there's no numbers there. Okay, so moving on. This one here in the light blue, 000 is way down here. I'm going to go for this one. 11, 22, 27, 43, 51, 60. I believe that those are all gone. Next one. Nothing really stands out here. I'm going to move on. Again, nothing really stands out. We go with the light blue. 000 is way down here. I go for this one. Six, 7, 16, 40, 41, 43, 61. Get rid of the 61. Okay, so I got 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm down to 10. Need to get down to 5. Nothing really stands out here. Okay, here's one with the light blue. You see the 000 is way down here. I'll go with that. Seven, 17, 23, 33. Get rid of the 23. 49, 57, 67. I'm pretty sure that they're all gone. Yep. Okay, here in the blue. I'll go with the blue. Hopefully it's due to have a 000. 54, 63. 54, 63. Okay, that helps. Now I'm down to 4, 6, 7. I need to get rid of 2 more. Okay, nothing really there. Now I'm going to go with another group 6. of like this purple to have a hit to it. 18, 19, 20, 28. Well, I got the 19 in there. That's another odd number. Thinking that this red could have a hit to it. Goes up to 11. There's the 8. Kind of like this orange to have a miss to it. Kind of like this red to have a miss. Okay, I kind of like this orange. But I did like that 21. That green had the 69 in there. Kind of like that. Another odd number. Kind of thinking this orange to have a hit to it. I see the 29. Okay, so this is an overview of a group 10, and I'm looking for a 03 that hasn't come up in a little while. Maybe this red. Definitely like this turquoise. I like the turquoise. For all three of these option cards to have a miss to it. 15, 23, 31. Oh, here's another turquoise. Gets rid of that 19. Get rid of it. Okay, I need to get rid of one more. And the 8. Oh, the 8 just barely came up. So hopefully it's not going to come up again. So I'm going to go with the 21, 25, 28, 29, 69. Okay, so for the Powerball number, okay, so one thing that I noticed that kind of happens a lot is like this 23 will come up, and then another number like this 13, then the 23 will come right back up. That happens a lot. There it is with the 25, then the 27. 25, 7, 25. 6, 17, 6. 2, 15, 2. Okay, so it does happen a lot. 17, 10, 17. But it hasn't happened in a while. So I'm going to predict that that's going to happen. I'm going to say the 12 came up, then the 23, and I'm going to predict that the 12 is going to come right back up. Okay, so I'm going to go with the numbers of 21, 25, 28, 29, 69, and the Powerball number 12. Okay, so like Sherlock Holmes would say, it's a matter of deduction. So if these blocked out numbers don't come up, then these 5 highlighted numbers have to come up. Okay, so let's go over the odds real quick. The odds to get all 5 white ball numbers and the red ball, the grand prize, the odds are 1 in 292 million that you'll get it correct. My game is geared up for mostly the white balls. So if you get all 5 white balls correct, the odds are 1 in 11,688,000. Okay, so in other words, you can make nearly 12 million 5-number combinations out of 69 numbers. Okay, so I don't want to say that this is going to be easy. Okay, another great prize would be 4 white ball numbers and the red ball that pays 50,000 plus the power play if you play it, and the odds there are just about 1 in a million. Okay, so in closing, again, if you like to support my game, you could support me through my Patreon page at patreon.com/decoding the Powerball. And if you'd like to give me any feedback, then please email me at decodingpowerball@gmail.com. Again, there's no "the" in there, it's just decodingpowerball@gmail.com. And as always, I want to wish you the best of luck with your picks.